Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video. It's the final episode of our Heavensward journey. It's been emotional, but I'm really looking forward to closing out the Heavensward series and then beginning Stormblood. But before we start, quick recap of where we left off. Last time we saw the incredible return of Alfie's sister Lyse, whom we hadn't seen since playing through the Coils of Bahamut raid series. She's really become her own character, from an independent, distant, confused young girl as we hunted down the truth of the calamity to a compassionate, trusting and strong-willed young woman. In part 1 of 3.4, Urianger met with the Warrior of Darkness to discuss their plans, including the idea of a setup of the Warrior of Light. And in part 2, we consulted with Urianger to help track down the movement of stolen crystals to Little Alamigo and their revolution led by the Griffin, stumbling upon our old Scion buddies Ida and Papa Limo while we investigated. We then discovered from the false Griffin that the Amalja were trying to use those crystals to summon the Primal Ralgar, and in typical Scion fashion, we had to do something about that, but little did we know that Urianger was secretly the puppet master of our decisions. As we made our way to the summoning, we come across the Warriors of Darkness, and inevitably an epic battle followed, where we see Lyse in badass mode, bringing out a crazy cool ethereal sword to attempt to secure the win. But the Warrior of Darkness is stronger than we thought, binding us in what seemed like the end of the road, until Urianger appears and breaks us free. Hold up. He's not deceiving us after all? Well, turns out it's complicated, really complicated. What the Warriors of Darkness tell us is that their world, the first of 13, was consumed by light. Another interesting point was that the 13th was a world that was consumed by darkness, resulting in what we now know as the Void. But this would lead the Warriors of Darkness to give up their lives, much like the methods the Scions used to stay immortal, to travel to Eorzea in an attempt to save their world. Uri, having considered all this, tells us to present our respective crystals, transporting us to the ethereal plane, the place we once met with the Word of the Mother. Once again, we meet with her and she explains to us that she feels sorrow for both Warriors of Light and Darkness, and that she will not let the first fall to light. Urianger finally explains that this was his last option to save the first, but it would require Minfilia to travel with them to the first as an emissary of Heidelin, resulting in perhaps her remaining there forever. But she's okay with that. So we say our goodbyes and she entrusts the Warrior of Light with Tupsimari, the relic wielded by Louisoix the Calamity, and the one hung on the wall of each Scion refuge to guide us through the darkness. In the final section, we learn of Ida's past, and that she is in fact not Charlene, but instead Mhigan, and that's why she wants to stay there and fight, to Papalimo's obvious disdain. We end the episode back in the Rising Stones, all the remaining Scions gathered for the first time in forever, now including Lyse, and we establish our plans of action. Again though, what kind of an ending would that be without a couple of cutscene teasers to close it out? We see Elidibus meeting with the real Griffin this time, presenting him with the frozen eyes of Nidhogg, while the final shot of the episode pans across the Cartenau Flats until settling upon a familiar face. Yep, old Nero is back, and it seems like he's still up to his usual tricks. I think we all knew he wouldn't be gone for long. As always, if you missed that episode or any of the previous ones, be sure to check out the Final Fantasy XIV playlist in the description below or by clicking up there. This being the last episode of Heavensward, reminder that I put together a Heavensward specific playlist if you just want to watch through the entire Heavensward playthrough. Join the Discord if you want to get involved, hang out, or just stay updated. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. I guess it's time. Let's do it. Just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. What the hell is the Diamond Forge? Okay, what's up? I'm sorry I had to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Why? Who are these guys? Tataru? Right, everyone, ready to go to work? What? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. What is she up to? Am I getting a haircut? What just happened? There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Oh. So why am I out of breath? Huh? Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, too. All in good time. Aha! Found you. Alphino wants everyone in the solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. These guys. Alright, we're back in the solar. Seems like Alfie's the leader now. Wonder who made that decision.
Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Alright.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Lyse. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear.
That's what I was thinking, huh?
No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Do I sense a little bit of, sarcasm?
I did not mean to... That was not my intention.
He said the line. Nice.
As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office.
True.
I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
I think we all know who that's gonna be. Don't we?
Based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations.
True.
Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, you're... Help! I need some help here!
What? I didn't like the sound of that. Who's this?
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Nago! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Nago? Who's that?
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see,
By who?
my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Mhigan resistance.
Of course.
I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
Probably has something to do with those eyes.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Baelsar's wall from the Mhigan side.
Oh.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His
Oh.
plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours.
Okay. So how do they plan to do
Amarissaix,
it?
Make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the
Me?
situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I
Okay.
suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end.
Oh dear.
The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
I wonder who he's speaking to and who is speaking. He will make his choice. Why was Papalymo so sad? After conferring with the Stuhl, I've decided to focus our attentions on the East Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border, not to mention the Sylphs. Okay, well, I'm going north, so I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emeric. It's good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? We're on a bit of a schedule here, Emeric. Let's go. I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handalu that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. 2. Pray accompany Lucia to the Gates of Judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury, speed you on your way. Oh, we're going on a little outing with Lucia, huh? If you have no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Nice. Although, that's our little outing interrupted. Shit. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me too? You may see a familiar face. Who's a familiar face? One of the brothers, maybe? Aha! Two, old boy. How wonderful to see you, and Sir Emmerich too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse... Nay, do not trouble yourself, Onwa. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those bloody villains need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Garl. To an Imperial. And thus shall we strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. He said, so he was going to say Garlean, but Lucia is Garlean, right? So he didn't want to offend her. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? No, now he's got to brag. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Oh. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans and Onwa's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. I wasn't worried. Arky. Diplomatic duties have brought us here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying a splendor of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand, a pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way if you and the Lominzen party as well. Merle. And Ugiri. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And two, I trust you're well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you're well acquainted with my escort. Master too, I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing Scions have now been found. Where the hell has she been? There is much and more I would discuss with you. Well, let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? Okay, everybody's here.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Baelsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartenau, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
So is that what Nero is doing then, maybe?
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove.
They ignored everyone, right?
Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania.
Oh.
Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
Wow. Okay.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
The shinobi are badass.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. And there is much to be done.
Alright, we're going to war again. Again. Yay, war. Never a moment of peace in Eorzea.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
I mean, there's really no out, right? It's war either way. If they invade, it's war. It spills over, probably the Sylphs get mad, start a war. Everybody else gets involved. The Alliance bolsters the border, then it's, you know, war. Not much we can do. We're kind of screwed either way. But yeah, I think there's something stirring as well. The Garleans always has something up their sleeve. That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good, you have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Master Alphinaud, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alisaie. How wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption, I had hoped to thank Tu for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Nigiri is hiding in the back. Forgive me, my lord, I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful of your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to lead the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness may have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. Very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. I'm full glad we are to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry, or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant Soul, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalymo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Welcome back to I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what of Alphinaud? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. Wow, Ida. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously... One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin. Some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. Following an agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. But as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryle and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, levelers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me to? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? No. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. What about Tataru? Safe travels, all of you. Isn't that Tataru's literal job? Oh yeah, she's busy taking measurements. Forgot about that important job. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Ah, too, there you are. Come, Amarissaix's Spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphinote. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. I don't know, Ida. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. I agree. Trust me, Papalimo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I feel bad for him, man. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the Spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers. You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Hey, Pippin. Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. What the hell's he doing here? Hilda's here. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. It is heartening to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Oh no, that's not good. Because that happens. Report. What? 7 hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. What's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing the Grand Company's colors. Impossible, we give no such order. Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target, it was bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Who could have seen this coming? Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. He would then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. 2. We must make for the wall at once. What? Just the 2 of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, may I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha, I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal. You can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Okay. We're going in. Terrible idea, but we're going in. I wonder where they got all the uniforms. There he is. Or is that the fake one? It's a real one, apparently. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Well, that's dumb. From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have 2 objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for our position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. So we're gonna scale Baelsar's wall. Oh, shit, it's like the 2 towers. I like the music already. Okay, we're in the wall. Whoa, Magitech Sky Armor. Alright, anytime you're ready. Oh, the thing's running at me. Oh, shit. Alright. He's attached onto me. Get off me. Alright, first bash. Magitech Predator. Big laser beam. Stay away from that, I think, right? It's out of that. Okay, that's just an attack. I see. Another one. This guy's been pretty easy so far, honestly. Rods. All right, dead. Control panel. What the heck? Little bot. Whoa, dude. Okay, AoE the shit out of these boys. Holy. Oh my god, dude. Okay, there's a big guy now too. I'm assuming we're going this one? Whoa! Well, that scared the shit out of me. Ah, fuck. Are those cleaves? I think they are, right? Well handled. We can get more of these little bots. We are. Staying out of the way. You know what? Fuck it. Wait, I was interrupted? Shit, dude. Oh my god. Nice. Oh, there's treasure here. More big guys. Okay, can we get off this platform yet? More bots. Fuck. No? Oh, we can go on it now. Nice. What the fuck is this thing? This one's definitely dangerous. Yeah, no shit. Okay, dynamic sensory jammer. What the heck's this? Extreme caution. Oh shit. Wow, okay, that's different. Oh. Ah! I can't move. Okay, nice. Wonder how sensitive that thing is to like movement and stuff. Oh shit, a shit ton of ads. Oh my god. Okay, this is AoE. Okay, big guy's almost dead. That's good. Okay, big thing. Can't move. Wow. So you need to like get out of that? That's pretty crazy. Like you need to untarget him? Because your auto attacks cause that. Shit, that's kind of difficult actually. Alright, we're getting closer. I get hit by that. Ah, what a nice night. Oh shit, it's the Griffin. It's him. He's just ominously staring at the moon. I knew it! I knew it! I f***ing knew it. Funny story, I actually edited the part out of the last video where I said, I think it's Ilberd. But that was for the fake Griffin based on his voice. But turns out that the real Griffin is actually Ilberd. Wow. Alright. Finally we get to kill this motherfucker.
How'd you like these?
Oh shit. Probably didn't need my sprint for that. What did he just say? Sloppy?
I'll tear you limb from limb. Sloppy.
Sloppy. What the hell? What the fuck? Is this just like Yo, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a DPS. Got it.
How'd you like these?
Go. Ah!
Yeah!
Wait, these are all DPS checks? Jesus Christ. Oh, but we're safe in the middle. Okay.
Sloppy.
Sloppy. Stop it, dude. Stop saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, who's this? Restrained color?
Yeah. Sloppy.
Stop it.
you limb from limb.
Okay, so he has like 4 voice lines.
Sloppy.
And he's repeated that one like 14 times already. Okay, dude. So we get the middle one. Right?
How'd you like this?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah!
Alright, we're safe in here. And he's dead! Ilbert is dead! Yes! Get f***ed, you piece of shit. Good riddance. How does it feel? Huh? How does it feel to lose to me again? Huh? How does it feel, Ilbert? Little loser. That sword.
You've beaten me, aye.
Ah, sneaky.
But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
Oh yeah, he has the eyes. F Oh no.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Yeah, we did it.
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
You idiots. Who's that? He's in a Garlean uniform?
This is for Alamigo. Eorzea.
This motherfucker! He's still going!
They die that others may live.
What is he about to do? That's what's his face? You Hase, right?
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
Oh my god, that thing is actually terrifying.
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
So what is Laurentius? Who's he working for?
For the resistance!
They're gonna try and defeat it with swords. Oh my god. They're getting demolished.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Say your prayers. Yeah. Jeez, that's brutal. Wow. Oh my god.
Gods help us. What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
So who's what is what?
Almighty Ralga grant us the strength to crush our...
Rip. So that was Laurentius, and you, Hase, that directed those
There you are.
Garlean machines. Why, though? Why would Laurentius, who was part of the Crystal Braves, go against Ilberd, who was the leader of the Crystal Braves? And he said for Alamigo and for Eorzea? What? That didn't seem like it was for Alamigo.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ilberd. I should have known.
Oh shit, Alfie's gonna be pissed.
This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Or maybe it's all part of Ilberd's plan to sow chaos by sacrificing his own as part of a longer plan. Because that section in the Rising Stones with the narration mentions sacrifice being, I think, the start of war.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
It is part of his plan. Oh shit. Here we go.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
He's gonna suckle on the what? He's so willing to become a demon.
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Is he gonna become a primal?
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal? You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
He's gonna become Nidhogg again.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will.
Let's go, Ida! Oh no. Flashbacks.
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
What? Wow. What? Is he dead? Why would he do that? Holy shit. Dude, that's so creepy. It's the song. Is he gonna reanimate them all? What is that?
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do.
There is one thing.
Maybe he has Tupsamari, right?
What? Hey, where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
Oh no, dude.
But that's impossible. We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tupsamati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works.
There's gotta be another way.
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
Wow.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
I don't wanna. What? What do I do? Trust in Papalymo and leave on the airship. Stay at Papalymo's side. What, bro? You can't have me make this decision right now. I'm staying. I'm staying. I don't care. I'm staying. I'm the warrior of light. What?
Hilda! I think he means now!
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Dang, man. Oh yeah, he's doing the thing to contain it. He did it? Holy shit. Bro. That came out of nowhere, man. What? No way. He's gone. Oh. Dude, my mind is blown right now. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I should probably gather my thoughts. So that narration part about sacrifice being the beginning of war. Oh my god, man. I thought the sacrifice was Ilberd sacrificing his troops, and then somehow that would like begin the war. So the sacrifice was in fact like all of it. I guess he used all that to summon the primal, right? And then Papalymo with Tupsimati. So Papalymo must be gone then, right? In the same way that Lyse was gone. I wonder how long that holds. Because that thing was just sitting there. The kind of ether prism thing that was there. I was not expecting any of that, man. Okay, let's continue. I feel so bad for Ida, man. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo was my friend. I should have been there with him. That sucks. She's gonna hate Thancred now. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done. Master Lyse wore that same look right before the end. You think I don't know that? I know, alright, I know. There is nothing more you could have done. Ilberd caught us all off guard. Even Tu was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papalymo strove to protect. What are the lessons he tried to teach you? Don't speak to me. Poor Ida. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Once again, I found myself at a loss for words. Fucking tell me about it, dude. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and others of our imminent return. We get him back just for him to be snatched away again. Why does everyone look so grim? Has something happened? Say something, for heaven's sake. Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I'm certain Papalymo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind-aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. It's because it wasn't. Then mayhap is the work of an Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Okay, that's helpful. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What, without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Ishtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alisaie, I shall honour our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Everyone just wants to be alone. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilburd's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. No, dude, you cannot give me an achievement with that name. Come on, bro. Too fucking soon. School's out forever? No. Who came up with that? Which dev? Jesus. Too. I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged, meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... Link Pearl. Communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Meeting. Word from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Ishtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Where is this? The Waking Sand? Who is this? Is this another Doman? Oh. He looks pretty cool.
A word, if you would, good sir.
Towering Traveler.
Place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
Yes?
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Whoa.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
He doesn't seem too polite.
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again.
Okay.
You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Okay, dude. He finds himself kind of funny, huh?
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, okay.
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Hurry's like, not again, bro.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
So obviously that guy is someone important from like a faraway land. I wonder where.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Baelsar's wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Right.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken.
Well, that's good news.
After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
And that's not good news. At least Papalymo succeeded, though.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Destroyed by it? Strange. Maybe there's just too much ether or something?
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Wow. A lance of light. Yeah, we've seen one of those before.
Veterans of Cartenau, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
Oh dear.
We could face another calamity.
So the primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
How do you suggest we do that, Alfie?
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
I don't think anybody knows.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Look who it is.
What
How
in
the
hells are you doing here?
How the did he know we were here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
We're just gonna let him in, alright?
Who is this man?
Long story.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
Well, is that true? That's the question.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega. Interesting.
Omega? That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartenau since the Allegans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm figuring Nero does.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
That nearly killed us all. Good going, Nero.
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
Why, though? What does he get out of it?
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I.
The Academy?
But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
I can handle it. I can handle
Approach
it.
the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
Okay.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartenau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
Got you there, Sid.
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
He has ulterior motives. It's gotta be. There's no way he's doing this out of the good of his heart. He makes a convincing case. No, but I'll keep an eye on him. Okay, so I'm pretty much... No, I don't trust him, man. Why? Why does he want to do this? No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
Plus, why does he need our help?
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
This is a big decision.
Aye. It would seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartenau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
All right. Me? Who would have guessed?
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartenau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Very nice, Alize.
My blade is yours.
Hell yeah.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
No funny business, Nero. He's definitely up to something, though. I wonder what the Primal is, or who the Primal is. Also, we can't forget that Nero threw his little thing off the edge at Crystal Tower, right? His little compass thing. That's gotta have some significance. Well, that was a rather unexpected development. and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. That's what I asked. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alisaix is already on our way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. 2 Alpino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are, well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set a course for Cartenau? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. Alright, when Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mor Dhona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I'm able. 2. Pray accompany Alisaix back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right, everyone heading to Mor Dhona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Thanks, Sid. You're traveling Master Garlon, sir. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Travel to Mor Dhona. What are you looking at? What manner of airship has no private cabins? Then again, I suppose Garlon had to find somewhere to stow his half-baked inventions. Strange though it may seem, Nero's formal loyalties do not trouble me, but I can see why people are loath to lower their guard around him. Oh, interesting. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the tolls main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones then? So that's why we're out here. Okay, Tataru, what's up? I know Nero's a guest here, but we don't exactly have the happiest history with the Empire, do we? So my question to you is, do I offer him tea? No.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
Who cares,
It never
dude?
ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Beat your ass.
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Nice, tell him. A kettle.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't
Okay.
seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Honestly, now thinking about it, Ida's had a rough time of it. I mean, there was Moonbreda, then there was Minfilia, and now there's Papalimo.
By your leave!
This guy.
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
Lord Urianger.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Is he talking to Yugiri? You two know each other?
Do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
Gosetsu.
Search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid.
Why does he keep calling him Lord Urianger? Is this one of these situations where Urianger is like, yeah, I'm king here, yeah, you may address me as...
Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
Oh, shit.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
Damn, dude, you can't just do that to her.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused.
That is
Dire
true.
peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald?
Hell yeah.
Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
So he's joining us. All right. He's like 3 men's worth, so I'm done with that. 2, wait, could I speak to you from... Oh yeah, the measurements. Okay. What have you made for me? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Yeah, I remember. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. Invisible outfit. Got. You can try it on right now if you like. Okay. It better be cool. Oh no. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Assuming we measure correctly, the fit should be just right. Assuming we measure correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? I like the shoes, the boots. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. Aw. I also sewed in Blood Pearl Charm to, bring you home. May it always protect you. So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well, I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Ishtola and Kryle. A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartenau expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while 2, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of security. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Honestly, I would have preferred if Alisaie came, because we have the coils experience, right? Okay, the Omega Expedition team. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartenau before Gusetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Aline Ryle was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
Just like that. Okay.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Uh-oh.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Who the heck is this guy? Wow, that's a big hammer.
Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
It's close, isn't it?
It's like all my name days have come at once.
Why has he got the uwu face?
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
While you do what? Oh.
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Somehow Sid always finds a way to get out of it. It's ridiculous at this point. Ooh. Let's see this guy fight.
Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
We don't need to do intros before we fight, dude. That's not how we do things here. But go ahead, because you seem to know what you're doing. I can't take him seriously with the blush. Okay, everybody's just on the outside. It's 4v1.
Your defense is lacking.
Look upon a samurai.
Stay away from me, dude.
You watching, Pabalimo? No retreat. No surrender.
Oh.
'Tis my right to strike.
No holding back. An opening.
All right, we got a lot of AoE stuff here. This is becoming a commonality.
It's all over now.
Surrender, we have you outnumbered. That's true, but wouldn't be the first time. Hang on. Mom's calling. Are you still playing with those soldiers? Sigh. I suppose I can lend you one of my toys. Only if you promise to give it back. Toy? Oh, nice. Behold the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward for the Empire. The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Wait, what? How many of these? Photon stream.
You watching, Papalimo?
What does Photon stream do? What?
Your defense is lacking.
Holy shit.
Tis my right to strike.
Wow, that's cool.
No holding back.
Okay, this is kind of...
Leave this to me.
I have you.
This one'll
Okay.
sting.
I like this attack, man.
It's all over now. An opening.
With soul and steel.
So really I should be using the big one on these guys, right?
Your defense is lacking.
Oh my god, look at all the dots.
Tis my right to strike.
Oh my god, I get double barred dots on me. Magitech Reaper's armor is depleted. Deserting a battle is punishable by death. I order you to stand your ground, come back here now. Please. We gonna fight? Sure, damn it all to the 7th hell, I'll kill you bastards if it's the last thing I do. I mean, you can try.
Leave this to me.
Sick. You haven't seen the last of me? Mark my words, it'll be you who rues this day. Come back. Okay, we're in the control room. What the heck's Sid doing?
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh, it's got legs?
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
What could go wrong?
Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Baelsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
Okay, so it gets the Primal. It captures the Primal, and then what? What do we do with it?
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown.
Oh yeah, simply.
I guess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Oh no, why are we making so many assumptions?
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
To me? Well, yeah, is there any other way?
I suppose not.
I don't like it any more than you do, Ida, but... we don't have much left.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
The big red button. Oh no.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
I thought she was gonna break it. It's awake. So are we in it?
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Nero seems pretty psychotic. Maybe we shouldn't have done this.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Whoa. This music's awesome. Oh. Holy crap. So that's Omega. Oh my god, that thing looks cool. Wow. Holy shit. That is one big ass wave. So instead of fire, it's water. Instead of Bahamut's fire. Damn, it can fly? Or is it fire? Or is it water? That's like electric lasers. Wow. It can summon lightning? Nice shot. Shame it didn't do anything. Oh my god. What's it doing? What the heck? Oh, we got like a laser situation? Oh my god. So who won? Whoa. Oh shit. That doesn't seem good. Holy shit. Oh my god. What was that? Are they like shards? Or was that both of them?
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
Maybe they both destroyed each other?
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
This guy came on a boat. He's just a samurai.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
If there even is a field, maybe we're the only people left alive.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
This doesn't feel good. What?
Omega destroyed the cocoon.
Why did that happen?
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see.
Oh.
And if the connection is broken...
So he must be gone now. Feels bad, man. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Okay, well, Gridania still exists. That's good, right? One moment everything was functioning perfectly and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Okay, so what the hell happened? Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait. We must first. Sigh. The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphanode. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. Yugiri and the Domans have been the best support characters in the game. Their council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. What about Nero? Oh, he's just coming along? Alright. My friends, full eagerly we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You're too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try, but tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gira Abanya. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows. It wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope to never see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Mhigan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. The Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanyan side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarapin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Granania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them. Save perhaps as a statue. Correct, without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabanya. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrestled from Garlemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Stola and the others have gathered at Amarissaix Spire, and I imagine that you too will be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. Yeah, actually. It is decided then, lead on.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's Primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
Ilberd.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
The Alags were pretty smart, yeah.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Let's go. Why is nobody out of breath? I would be out of breath. Though I'm not the Warrior of Light. Well, I am, but I'm not.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I Knew that it would only buy us a little time.
What?
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask.
Her sister's mask?
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circuit of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
So her sister was Ida. Wow. She took on her sister's identity.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
Aww.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Why did you never tell me?
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lyse.
Lyse.
When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me.
No.
The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lyse. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east. for Doma.
No. I don't want her to go. It was brave of Lyse to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalymo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell Tataru and my sister. Okay. God damn, dude.
Children of the land, do you hear? Echoes of truths that once rang clear.
All right. Well, that's Heavensward. That was awesome. Heavensward was awesome. God, it feels like, holy shit. There's so much that happened in that one expansion. It's crazy. One thing that really sticks out to me, especially towards the end of the patches, is I really love how the characters that were in A Realm Reborn are getting a lot more depth added to them, like Ida or Lyse now, right? You get this whole backstory, you know, Alisaie as well. Oh my god, dude, we had so many people we lost as well. Jesus. We lost Harkefont, we lost Izael, we lost Papalymo, we lost Minfilia. Am I forgetting anybody? I don't know. There's at least 4 people we lost. That scene from where Ilberd takes the 2 eyes and falls off the wall to the point of Papalymo and Ida, you know, Thancred grabbing Ida and we fly away. Damn, man, that's like, that scene was crazy good. I was pretty speechless during that scene. It was just like incredible. The way that it looked with like the summoning kind of thing that was happening with all the little strands, it was so cool. It got me pretty emotional there too, like especially when Ida gets grabbed by Thancred. Like I was like, fuck, man, that's so hard. I wonder how many times I'm just gonna keep calling her Ida. Each one of these things, like the whole expansion or whatever, each time it just feels like an entire lifetime you experience. What a roller coaster. What happened there at the end when they both did the big laser thing and I don't know. And then we saw them flying off. I'm guessing we're gonna have to battle both of them in Stormblood. What an experience. So fucking awesome, man. Alright, so there wasn't any post-credit cutscenes. Maybe it's with this quest. He may have mentioned, but Alphanode has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. I see what she did there. Storm, blood. Lyse has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Girabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably see is not wisdom, but indolence. Nice. I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Mhigans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire. As I rather suspect, do you. Okay, cutscene. Quick march. The Imperials will soon come to their senses and we must be ready to face their retribution. Rauban. It is almost time, father. I almost stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of a bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Oh, Rauban. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Okay. Where is this? Was this, what's his face? The Empire? It's a pretty cool hall, though. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? I don't think we've seen this guy before. Forgive me, my lord, I did not intend... Your will be done. Wait, is he asleep? Unknown? No? Unknown? My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. What the hell was that? At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Stormblood. Ooh, alright. So what the heck was that guy? The hooded guy with the smile. So they're alluding kind of to the war getting pretty messy. I don't know. Lots of stuff to ponder before we enter into Stormblood. Lots of stuff to do before we enter into Stormblood too. There's so much content I've still yet to do. We gotta do the Alliance Raid series. We gotta do the Warring Triad stuff. I think as well I want to try some extremes for the first time. So that should be interesting. Also, I still have to do the Hildebrand quests for both A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. I'll probably be doing 1 or 2 videos for both of those. All of that before we start Stormblood. I got the Heavensward character tier list. That's gonna come soon. And yeah, I think I'll probably stream the first day of Stormblood. That should be fun. And maybe we'll do some stuff on stream before we even get to that point. But yeah, if you don't want to miss any of those videos or any future streams coming up, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. It really does help out. But yeah, I've been incredibly overwhelmed by the amount of support you guys have been giving the channel recently. Like, we just hit 1K subscribers at the end of 2022. We're already at 1,300, which is insane to me. But yeah, I really do appreciate all the support. It means more to me than you guys can imagine. That's going to do it for this one and for Heavensward. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Take care. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. It really helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new upload. Also, follow me on Twitch if you haven't yet. All the links are in the description below. Come say hi, hang out during streams. I hope to see some of you guys over there. Anyway, peace.